hope you have understood the volume of three-dimensional shape. Let us understand the unit. So what will be the unit of the volume? See, when we are writing volume, as I told you, volume here we can define it as base area into height. We know unit of area is square units, right? Square, like square centimeter, square meter, anything. And height, if area is going to be in centimeters, height is also in centimeters. So square centimeter into centimeter will make cubic centimeter. It means cubic unit. So volume of 3D shapes are going to be in cubic unit. It means we are going to measure it on the basis of cubes. So remember, unit of volume is cubic unit, right? So now moving on to exercise 11.4. Here first one we have given a cylindrical tank. In which situation will you find surface area, and in which situation you will find the volume? So few situations are given. We have to find the surface area, and in which situation we have to find the volume. So first case, it is given that to find how much it can hold. So if you consider a 3D shape, you have to find how much it can hold. It means nothing but whatever is the amount of space it has, that much it can hold, right? Like if your water bottle, if you take your water bottle, how much your water bottle can hold means whatever is its volume. If it is half-liter water bottle, then it can hold half-liter, right? So here in this case we have to find volume. And next question is number of cement bags required to plaster it. So plastering, for the walls, they'll do when building the new houses, plastering will be done. So where it will be done? On the surface of the wall. So in such case you have to find the surface area. Simple. Next, C. To find the number of smaller tanks that can be filled with water from it. So clearly it is filling the water. So whatever is the amount of the smaller tanks, it will be occupied by the water in the larger tank. So in this case also you have to find the volume. Simple. Moving on to next, second question. Second question we have diameter of cylinder A is 7 centimeters, and height is 14 centimeters. Diameter of cylinder B is 14 centimeters, and height is 7 centimeters. So beside the question you can see the two cylindrical shapes here. So here two cylinders are given and its dimensions are given, that is diameter and height is given. We have to tell that without doing any calculation, can you suggest whose volume is greater? We have to guess by seeing the dimensions, you have to guess which one is going to have the larger volume, and verify it by finding the volume of both cylinders. So again, after that you have to compare the volume of both the cylinders by actually finding it. Next, check whether the cylinder with the greater volume also has the greater surface area. After finding the volumes, then you have to find again the surface area. So if both volumes and surface area, both you have to find. So first we'll write down the dimension. In the cylinder A, diameter is given 7 centimeters. So radius is going to be 7 by 2 centimeters, and height is given 14 centimeters. This is the dimension of cylinder A. And in cylinder B, diameter, I'm taking it as capital letter just to differentiate from the dimensions of cylinder A. Capital D is equal to 14 centimeters. That makes the radius 14 by 2, right? Half of the diameter, 7 centimeters. And height is 7 centimeter in this case. Now these are the dimensions of both the cylinders. So first what we'll do, we'll just predict, right? Just we'll say whichever you feel is going to have the larger volume. Just guess the volume. So you can write like, I guess, cylinder blank, whichever you feel, A or B. Cylinder B or A has greater volume. So here you fill it with whatever you feel, if cylinder A or B. After that we will find the volume. So I'm reducing its size just to so that I can find the volume. So first I'm writing volume of cylinder A, and formula is pi r square h, and here beside only I'm going to find volume of cylinder B also. And for this, when you are writing the formula, I will take the dimensions in capital letters as I have noted it in capital letters: pi capital R square capital H. Same pi r square h only. Now substitute the values. So here 22 by 7 pi into r is 7 by 2 into 7 by 2, since it is r square 2 times. and then height is 14 centimeter in the case of first one. So let us do the cancellation. 7 gets cancelled, and 2 table, 2 7s are 14 here, and 2 11s are, so we are left with 11 into 7 into 7. So that is nothing but 11 7s are 77 into 7. You have to do 77 into 7. And if you do the multiplication here, 7 7s are 49. If you multiply 77 into 7, 7 7s are 49, right? 9 4 7 7s are 49. It's 539 centimeter cube, right? For unit of volume is cubic unit. So here the dimensions are in centimeter, so it is going to be cubic centimeter, or you can write it as centimeter cube like this. Next here, if you substitute the dimensions of cylinder B, pi value is 22 by 7 fixed, and radius is here 7. So 7 into 7, height is also 7. So let us do the cancellation. 7 7 gets cancelled. We are left with 22 into 7 into 7, right? So that is nothing but 22 into 49. And if you multiply here, like you can do 22 49s, right? So 22 9s is 198. So 198 means 8 and 19 carry forward. 22 4s are 88. 88 plus 19 carry forward. If you add that, you will get 107. So 1078 centimeter cube. So clearly here the volume of cylinder B is greater, right? Volume of the B is greater. So after this we have to also find that surface area, and we have to tell that whether volume of cylinder B is greater. We have to check whether the surface area of cylinder B is greater or not. Let us now find the total surface area of cylinder A. So total surface area of cylinder A is equal to 2 pi r into r plus h. So if you substitute the values, 2 into pi value is 22 by 7, and radius of cylinder A is 7 by 2, and 7 by 2 plus height is 14, right? Now if we do the cancellation here, 7 7 gets cancelled, 2 gets cancelled, so we are left with 22 into this 7 by 2. I'm writing it as 3.5 plus 14, so that makes it 22 into 17.5, right? And if you multiply this, so 22 into 17.5, what I'm going to do is 20 plus 2 into 17.5. If I do 17.5 2's 35, and 1 0 is there, 0, and 17.5 2's are 35, right? So I will add 35 to it. That makes it 385. So total surface area of cylinder A is 385 centimeter square. Now we will find the total surface area of cylinder B. So in the same way, total surface area of cylinder B, 2 pi r, I am taking here capital R, plus r plus h. So if we substitute the values, 22 by 7, and radius is 7 here, radius 7 plus 7, height also is 7. So do the cancellation, 7 7 gets cancelled. We are left with 22 2's 44, and 7 plus 7 14. So here 44 with 14, so 44 tens are 440, plus 44 fours are 176. If you add this, 616 centimeters square. So here total surface area of cylinder B is greater. So moving on to next question, third question. We have find the height of a cuboid whose base area is 180 centimeters and volume is 900 centimeter cube. So here it is given a cuboid of base area 180 centimeter square and volume 900 centimeter cube. We have to find the height. Height is question mark. Height we have to find. So it's very simple. See, already we learned how how to deduce the volume of cuboid. So there we wrote volume is equal to base area into height, right? So here also we can do that. We can take it as a formula and we can write, we know that volume of cuboid is equal to base area into height, and that gives us formula for height. If I transpose the base area, we can write it height equal to volume of cuboid by base area. So we'll substitute. So volume of cuboid is 900 centimeter cube by base area is 180 centimeter square. So we'll do the cancellation possible here. So 0 0 gets cancelled and we are left with 90 by 18, and we know that 18 5s are 90, right? And here centimeter square, here cube is there, means 3 times, so 2 times if you cancel, 1 time will be left. So that gives us height as 5 centimeter. That's the answer. Okay. The fourth question, a cuboid is of dimension 60 centimeter and 54 centimeter and 30 centimeters. How many small cubes with the side 6 centimeters can be placed in the given cuboid? So here there is one big cuboidal box. Okay. Now in this box you are placing small cubes whose sides are 6 centimeters. So very small cubes, just imagine like this, small cubes you are placing inside it. So how many cubes will fit in this box? That is the question. So it is nothing but this total volume of cuboid will be occupied by the volume of small cubes, right? So to find that how many cubes will fit in that, we have to do the division. Volume of cuboid divided by volume of cube. Okay. Why? Because like, see, it is a simple question. Here you have to understand that, like, total, if you have 100 rupees, if you have 100 rupees and you are buying 5 rupees chocolates, how many chocolates you can get? Quantity. By division you will get it, right? So same concept here. First we'll write down the given information. So given a cuboid of length 60 centimeters, breadth 54 centimeters, and height is 30 centimeters, and a cube of side 6 centimeter, right? So now according to question, we have to find number of cubes that can be placed in the cuboids. So for that, number of cubes is equal to, directly we'll do volume of cuboid by volume of cube. That will give you the number of cuboids. So here we know volume of cuboid is length into breadth into height. So L into B into H, and volume of cube is A into A, that is side into A cube. Okay. So if you substitute the values here, 60 into 54 into 30 by 6 into 6 into 6, do the cancellation. So in 6 table, 6 tens are 60, 6 table, 6 nines are 54, 6 table, 6 fives are 30. So if you multiply this, 9 fives are 45, 45 tens are 450. So it means 450 small cubes can be placed in the given cuboid. So write down the conclusion. Therefore 450 small cubes can be placed in the given cuboid. Right. Fifth question we have, find the height of the cylinder whose volume is 1.54 meter cube, given a cylinder of volume 1.54 meter cube and the base diameter is given 140 centimeter. So observe here, the volume is given in meter cube and diameter is given in centimeters. So when you are taking the radius, you have to take it in meters only. So 140 by 2, that will give you the radius 70 centimeters, and if you convert it into meters, that will make it 70 by 100 meters, right? And if you cancel these zeros, that is nothing but 7 by 10. So we have the dimensions of cylinder here. So that implies here radius is equal to 7 by 10 meters. So now since volume is given, we'll use the volume formula. So volume of cylinder is pi r square h. So we know the volume, we know the radius, we need to find the height. Substitute. Volume is 1.54 equal to pi value is 22 by 7 into radius is 7 by 10 into 7 by 10, since it is radius square, into height. Height is unknown, we have to find the height. So if you transpose all the numbers, let us do the cancellation first, then we'll transpose here. So 7 7 gets cancelled, right? Remaining all the numbers here, I am not cancelling this 22 by 10. Why? Because you see, you will understand next in the next step. See what we will get. Height equal to 1.54. This 10 into 10 is dividing here, right? If you transpose, it will multiply on the other side. So 10 into 10 by this 22 into 7 will go to other side and it will divide. And if you multiply this 1.54 into 10 into 10, this is nothing but 10 tens are 100. The point will move 2 digits to the right side, and that will make it 154 by, and if you multiply this 22 into 7, 22 sevens are 154. So clearly if you cancel it, that gives you height equal to 1 meter, right? So write down the conclusion. Therefore height of cylinder is 1 meter. 66th question is, a milk tank is in the form of cylinder whose radius is 1.5 meter and length is 7 meters. So if you take a cylindrical tank, you can see the figure. So tanker length, this length is nothing but the height of the cylinder. Okay, length is the height. So here it is given a cylindrical tank of radius 1.5 meter and height is 7 meter. We have to find the quantity of milk in liters that can be stored in the tank. So milk in liters we have to give. Okay, how many liters of milk it can hold. So first of all, if you observe the dimensions are in meter. So when you find the volume, you can find the volume in meter cube, that you have to convert in liters. First we'll find the volume here. We know that volume of cylinder is pi r square h, and if you substitute 22 by 7 into radius is 1.5 into 1.5 and height is 7 meters, do the cancellation. 7 7 gets cancelled. So here we are left with 22 into 1.5 into 1.5. So 1.5 into 1.5 is nothing but 15 into 15. If you do 15 15 is 225, and here in the decimal places we have two digits, right? So in the answer also here, when you multiply, you will get the answer 2.25, and 22 into 2.25 is nothing but 22 2s are 44 in plus 22 into 0.5. 0.25 is nothing but 22 into 0.25. 0.25 is nothing but 1/4 of 22. So 1/4 of 22 is nothing but 5.5. So if you add this 5.5, you'll get the answer 49.5 meter cube. So this is the volume of, you have to find the volume in liters. So one thing you have to understand, that 1 meter cube is nothing but 1000 liters. You have to remember this conversion. So how 1 meter cube is 1000 liter means, you see, you imagine a cube, okay, whose all the sides are 1 meter. You know how long 1 meter is, 100 centimeters. Okay, so it's going to be very big cube box. So in that, it can hold 1000 liters of water. So that is the conversion, you need to understand this. So to convert this meter cube into liter, you have to multiply it by 1000, and if you multiply it by 1000, the point will move 3 digits to the right side, and that makes it 49,500 liters. So in that given cylindrical tank, it can hold 49,500 liters of milk, right? So that is the answer. Write the conclusion. Therefore 49,500 liters of milk can be stored in the tank. Next, seventh question is, if each edge of the cube is doubled, means generally edge of the cube is a unit, right? So in general, edge of cube is a units, right? So here we have to double. So now edge of cube is double means a plus a 2a, right? So when you find how many times will its surface area will increase, so here in general we know that surface area means total surface area is 6a square, right? Now same thing with this new side, if we apply, then the new total surface area is 6. In the place of a you have to put 2a. Are you getting it? The side is double, this a is double, 2 times you have to take 2a. So now if you find its surface area, it's going to be 6, 2 square is 4, a square is a square, and 6 into 4, can I write it as 4 into 6? Just doing some rearrangement, right? Now you observe this 6a square which we got is nothing but the surface area in general, and how many times it increased? 4 times. 4 into 6a square we got means 4 into surface area, total surface area in general. So from this we can say that the total surface area is increased by 4 times, right? So therefore if the side is double, if the edge is double, TSA is increased by 4 times. If edge of cube is double, TSA increases by 4 times, right? Next, second question is how many times volume is increased. So same, you have to take the side 2a only. In general we know that volume formula is a cube, but now new volume if you take a cube, right? So what is a here? 2a. If you apply the cube, 2 cube is 8 into a cube. So observe it, it is increased by how many times? 8 times, right? 8 into this is the volume of cube, right? Therefore volume increases by 8 times. Volume increases by 8 times. Now the last question. It is given that water is pouring into a cuboidal reservoir at the rate of 60 liters per meter. So there is a cuboidal reservoir, okay, and water is flowing at the speed of, for example, from some pipe or whatever, the water is flowing at the speed of 60 liters per minute. It means in 1 minute 60 liters of water is flowing into the reservoir, and volume of this reservoir is 108 meter cube. See here the speed is given in liters and volume is given in meter cube, and we know how to convert the meter cube into liters. So after conversion, if you do the division, if you divide this total volume by the volume of water flowing in minute, you will get the time. Here find the number of hours water will take to fill the reservoir. So how much time it will take to fill this reservoir is the question, okay? So first we'll write the given information. So given volume of reservoir is 108 meter cube, and speed, right? Speed of water is speed of flow of water, you write flowing water, speed of flowing water is equal to 60 liters per minute, okay? So here what we are going to do is we will convert that meter cube into liters so that both the units will become equal. So here 108 meter cube, I can write 108 into 1000 liter. Why? 1 meter cube is 1000 liters, so 108 meter cube is going to be 108 into 1000 liter, fine. So now, so time, here we have to find time taken to fill the reservoir. According to question, time is equal to your volume of reservoir by speed of flowing water per minute. Speed per minute, you can take, if you want you can convert into hours also, but we'll do by taking as it is so that it will become very simple. So see what is the volume of reservoir here now, 108 into 1000 liters. by 60 liters. This per minute is there, no? This minute will go, it is in the denominator, it will go up if you are dividing here, right? So this minute I am writing here into minute. Now we'll do the cancellation. So here liter gets cancelled, and 0 0 gets cancelled, and if we cancel this 108 in 6 table, 6 ones are 6, 48 is left, 6 8s are 48. So we are getting 18 into 100. 18 into 100 is 1800 minutes, and this minutes, if you convert it into hours, you have to divide it by 60 again, because 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. To convert minute into hour, you have to divide with 60 and do the cancellation. 0 0 gets cancelled, 6 ones are 6 3s are 18, 0. It means it will take 30 hours to fill the reservoir. Write down the conclusion. Therefore, it takes 30 hours to fill the reservoir. It takes 30 hours to fill the reservoir. So that's it. That's the exercise. Hope you have understood.